This Meditainment production is brought to you today by the Samurai Aquatics and Decor Metaventure. Scan that QR code or click that link in the description and dive yourself headfirst into the Samurai Aquatics Discord server to pleasure your peepers on our current and future range of outdoor decor.
Established in April 2021, Upland Development United is the oldest and most exclusive and transparent no development collaborative in the Upland Metaverse. Contact Morecheese at 68 for more information. Warning! This podcast is produced by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment and contains unsolicited and heavily biased opinions which are solely the views of the individuals involved. It does not include investment advice of any kind, and you are responsible for undertaking your own financial, including tax liability research relevant to your own individual circumstances.
Taking over the Upland Development United. Total meta domination.
Thank you for listening to or watching the UDU podcast. This is year 3, number 110, presented by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment, Morecheese, and me, Ben68, featuring co-host Dak, Joe Lives the Agency, TB125 Upland members from the Upland Development United team, and of course, good old Upland community members. Today's show is recording live on either Tuesday the 18th or Wednesday the 19th of July, depending on where you're at. How you doing this morning, Cheese? Are you still reigning supreme in Upland Kingdoms?
Oh God, no, that was a luck thing. It was a total RNG. What happens is you put a troop in while other people are fighting. And he fixed this, by the way. And it's kind of like random who gets to take over the vassal. So I got him one troop.
Well, it's pretty cool to get that screenshot though. That's always fun.
Yeah, that made my weekend. That's pretty much probably all I needed to do with war in that state. I've been making good money off of it. Like, if you don't want a war, the war is only tax on your coins and some of your food, but you could still sell in UPX and you could sell peasants, and I've been doing really good with that. I'm probably past 150K.
Nice. Yeah, I was laughing my ass off when I saw that image. It's like on the Wine and Cheese show, you're like, oh, I'm just going to be Sweden, going to be neutral. Next minute, you're the empress of the whole bloody thing. Well, what the
I treat my vassals good. I make them cookies. What do you want?
Nice. All right. This week, as always, we'll catch up on some crypto and Upland market news. Then we'll run through our co-host segments. We'll have a look at the recent changes which have set the legitimate treasure hunting community on fire. And we'll offer some very biased but not financial or game strategy advice, insights into how this Summer Roadtrip challenge might be another it's a trap moment, and one that signifies that some huge things are imminent. Normally we'd go into the Breaking Badly news, but we don't have the Dak Man for long, so we're going to head it straight over to the Dak Man. How you doing this morning, mate?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
So, thanks for accommodating. It's going to be fast. There's not a lot happening right now in racing. No real announcements on any of the Metaventures that I've heard of. If anyone does have a Metaventure racetrack that has been approved, please let me know. I have not seen any official tracks out there yet, so definitely looking for those. I have seen tracks get put into the go-kart racing beta, and they seem to be precursors to groups getting approval for Metaventure racetracks. So if you see your track in the go-kart, you have to have a go-kart to be able to see it. But if you have, if you can get access, someone else will post it. I think TB did on one in URL, or someone did on URL, all of the different tracks that are now available for kart racing. That included the Rancho Sphinx by Abdullah. That included the Viva Las Uplands Poker Hand track that was submitted. And so there's a few tracks that are there that actually are probably going to be kind of interesting to see if they get their Metaventures sooner rather than later. In other news, we have URL is starting their Pro Series 1, which is the S1Es. And we have 12 drivers that are going to be racing. Some of them are here. And we're shooting to start the week of August 7th. So all 12 have already committed. We have some sponsorships left. If anyone's interested in finding out about sponsorship opportunities for this season, contact myself, Dak, or Matt Chef. We're on Discord. So any questions or anything like that, just let me know. What about the audience? Any questions or thoughts? Or did anyone follow the S4, S2 sales?
They seem to go fairly quick. I was surprised at how quick they actually went.
One of the things I found is that the SEs and the SEs were actually pretty good looking cars in the 2023. And so I think people might have gone for aesthetics. And eventually there is going to be some functionality, but who knows when that will be coming out. I didn't even bother with S2s and S4s and whatever else was there. Again, what I care about is cargo and racing.
Yeah, I nearly pulled the pin myself, but that was purely going to be for a USD out kind of situation. But I slapped myself on the wrist and walked away.
Yeah, and I'm glad, I didn't spend anything on that because I got a San Francisco train station, so yay.
Congrats,
Nice.
man. That's awesome.
Yeah, they've been
I'm
sitting
gonna
there
flip
for yeah. Flip it like it's hot, flip it like it's hot. Yeah. They've been sitting there for ages, those. What is this? There was 4 there, wasn't there? 4 or 5? Yeah.
5.
You don't want to
It was
flip
5.
that, especially in San Fran. It's tier 1. Like
I
he's
know,
gonna
I
get
know.
he's gonna get the extra funds for that.
I know it does make it interesting and everything, but I think flipping it might be my best option right now. Although who knows, we'll see. But yeah, it was 5 and I had like 1 minute left and there was only 1 left. And I'm like,
sweet.
maybe I won't have to worry about it.
So you're flipping for UPX or USD?
I think I might try to do USD on that one.
Nice. Yeah, get some more out.
We'll see. We'll see. Or I might just end up with it.
Very good. And Jedi's asked, so how does the new mechanic work with trains? Cheese?
I don't even know.
Well, that was my quick answer. At the end of the month, all the train owners get a percentage of all the income.
Yeah, I believe it was 20%, wasn't it? A share of 20%,
Yeah.
something like that.
It's nice. And you don't have to worry about it. Ben specified in our last wine and cheese that you don't have to worry about any people coming directly to you. Everybody shares in the profits, no matter if they came to you or not.
Yes, absolutely. All right, anybody else got some questions for Dak? Otherwise, we shall chug along.
No, it's whatever. It's just
Someone's got a hot mic. Might be you, Kinder, I think.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
You're right. All right. Thank you very much for that, mate. And enjoy the rest of your day. All right. It's normally at this stage I'd throw it over to Cheese Lando, but I don't think we've got Uplando in, do we? So it's over to you, Cheese.
Oh shit.
Just a general. What's on your radar?
All right. So we had some sort of beach thing or something where you had to go and spend a lot of money to maybe get an entry.
Yep.
Go ahead. You could come join in with me at any time.
Yes, the Summer Roadtrip Challenge. Yep.
Summer Roadtrip Challenge.
I had my yearly wine in the UCN channel. I'm like, oh, great. Another summertime challenge in the middle of freaking winter for half the planet.
Summertime.
No love for half the globe yet again.
How dare you talk over my singing, Ben?
Oh, sorry.
But look, it's clearly in Arizona.
Yes.
You see all the little cactus.
I stole this image.
This truck looks way too small for him.
Blacked out windows looks very suspicious.
Ominous.
What are you up to there, Miles?
Yeah. What the hell?
Yes. So
Serial killer, Miles.
Yes.
Sorry.
That's all good. I just watched that Black Mirror episode about those killers too. That was good. The lock one. Anybody seen that? That was good.
What?
Get into it. the latest Black Mirror episodes. There's one there about some serial killer-ish stuff. It was a good one,
Oh.
good twist in it. So yes, Summer Roadtrip Challenge. I don't know. You taking part in this? Anybody all in on this?
No.
No, a lot of shaking heads. No, all right. We'll actually we'll dive into this a bit more later in the show once we get through the co-host segments, because I think
Well,
this
there is
signifies. Yep. Go.
one thing I would like to share.
Oh yeah.
So recently I've been trying to figure out my factory, right? And I see that everybody has to reapply, but I already was told that I was accepted. So what do you do when you're accepted? So thank you to Des Jack. A big shout out to her, because she got my my thoughts seen in Twitter. I replied to her, she put in Zono Bros, and apparently you are able to now contact customer support, and they can tell you where you're at with your MetaVenture. When I contacted customer support, I received this, which is: we apologize for a delay. Unfortunately, we no longer support inquiries regarding the application status. You will hear from us if we need anything or if something is wrong. This was on June 19th. I was then told after this that my application was approved. My factory was approved on June 12th. So, but now in Twitter, they're saying that, all right, so this is X1 the Gamer update. I've also followed up with support. From now on, any players with questions on their MetaVenture applications can write into support and they'll be able to help. There was a misunderstanding there that has been resolved. Apologies for the confusion.
Yeah, this all comes about, like, you applied via the old system, right? And they've got this new system, so there's some mix up between those two worlds, isn't there? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Like you applied through the old system, and I've got one there too for an ornament shop, and you get the email saying you've been approved, but then you get nothing. And like, meanwhile,
no, I don't get that. I don't even get that email saying I was
really?
approved. I had to ask a CM. I had to beg a CM, and then they got in touch with the MetaVenture people, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, it shows them that you were approved June 12th." So if you're already approved, do you reapply to the new system even though you're already approved?
Yeah, I don't know. Cerness has mentioned in chat too, do we contact support or MetaVenture department support? Is there two? Oh boy.
I know. Well, according to the Twitter, it's support,
Yep.
and they will go to MetaVenture support for you.
No worries. Yes. Finsky's just dropped a big load of text in chat. Hello, Finsky. Thank you for your application and for your patience so far with our application review process. We've just recently opened up city halls in all active cities and are moving applications to that new experience. We approve of your application up until this point, and now you just need these application details and your images to be added to a city hall application. If you would please go to City Hall in San Francisco and click MetaVenture, then you got to put the images through. Ensure that each image is not exceeding 2 megabytes. Blah 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 blah.
I need that email before I do anything.
Yeah. Now, you said you applied for a factory. I believe it might have been Nubex or somebody I caught in chat through the week said, now, if you apply for a factory, you have to have that Spark free and available for when you apply.
Goldsmith confirmed this too. He was doing it, and you have to have it free. Then after you apply, you could put it back on, whatever you had it on.
So, after the application.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just has to be free during that one part of the application.
During that process, yeah. Yeah, because that's a pain, because I want to apply for, we've got Summer Aquatic showrooms in LA, Chicago, that I want to have, there's factories right next to them. I want to apply for those, but yeah, am I going to have to free up all this Spark to do it? Yeah, bit crazy. All right, so yeah, it is a bit messy. Hopefully they get it sorted out. Yeah, and Finsky, we covered that whole debacle with you getting approved for a MetaVenture at 30 at 2 Aqua Vista Way long after it had been since approved for the one that I later applied for. So it's all a bit, as I said, messy. Hopefully they fix it up. All right. Anything else on your radar, Cheese, before we head on over to TB?
No, but I'll probably just go like, oh yeah, if I find anything out.
No worries. All right. It's over to TB 125 for the MetaVenture news.
Good afternoon, evening, daytime, whatever it is, wherever you are. I was quite interested to hear that chat, actually, because I have had a factory application in for some considerable time and heard nothing. So maybe there's something I need to do, but I'll have to have a dig around on that. Yeah, we shall see. To be honest, that's probably more interesting than most of the news coming out of the MetaVentures this week, as it has gone pretty quiet again. After a little bit of a flurry of activity the last couple of weeks, things have really kind of dried up. There was that massive spike in NFLPA stuff being traded last week, and that's gone. There's almost no movement at all now in that market. So I'm not sure what happened there or why it happened, but I don't know whether people were hoping that something was going to be announced and then it wasn't. But I still am wondering if they were just things being picked up because they're actually more or less valuable now than some of the FIFA stuff. Speaking of FIFA stuff, that has been by far the biggest mover this last week. Again, two possible reasons. One is use for trading for things, and the other one is Shaq's upcoming launch, which I dare say she'll have some more to add on, so I won't go on to that. But I do think we'll be looking at some interesting stuff next week between the ladies meta soccer coming out, some of these contests that are on right now. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I think somebody's got a live mic in there.
That's 6 weeks, so I just put him on mute. It's all good. Go for it.
You're out. So yeah, that's been kind of interesting to watch. I think next week's going to be a more entertaining one, I have to say. I've been following the other stuff though, like no real movement on structure ornaments. Like, of the 30 that sold yesterday, 30 of them were me because I bought a whole bunch off somebody. Wow. I decided I just wanted to buy lots of the boxes because I thought it'd be fun to have the boxes to do random writing and try and make pixel art on my properties with. So I managed to get a deal off somebody, but I wasn't planning on using them for anything they were originally designed for. But if I manage to create something fun, I'll let you all know where to go and look for it. That aside, motors, nothing really. Obviously, there was the sale, which, as you say, definitely moved faster than the last time, although by no means a smash and grab. It was still amusing to me in a way that people are more willing to pay more money to buy them directly from Upland than they are to go to a MetaVenture where they could have saved 20, 30,000 off some of the ones that are on the market. But I don't know how much of that stems from lack of trust of MetaVenture processes and how much of it is just people either not knowing or being unwilling to travel. But I do think it was mentioned about the possibility of MetaVentures being able to be utilized regardless of where you're at. And that upcoming change where people will be able to make a MetaVenture purchase from wherever they are, so long as they have a property in that city. That it's going to be, I think, a really good move for the MetaVenture owners, because we might finally start to see a bit more traction on things swinging left and right, and getting some general increases in stuff being traded there. Because I just think it's too much of an effort for a lot of people right now. And the other thing I noticed was the addition of MetaVentures to terminals. I was in two minds on this one. I don't know what other people think. I thought, great, I can do something with my terminal finally, which is nice. So I've applied for a Block Explorer shop for my train terminal in London. I don't know how long that'll take to come out, but interesting to follow. But more interestingly, in a way, was the fact that there's nothing new. I was kind of expecting there to be some sort of terminal specific MetaVentures that came out. So it almost feels a bit to me like they've gone, nothing's going to happen anytime soon. So we're just going to go ahead and stick with the original plan.
Yeah, well, Cheese and Zoe and I on the last Wine and Cheese show, we kind of speculated that maybe there was going to be some unique structures available for those kind of terminal meta ventures. But X1 clarified on the Upland update that they're not going to have any structure. It's just going to be a dot, which seems
that's what I'm
bizarre.
seeing. So I don't know. I don't know what the logic behind that is, but hopefully there is one. But at least we can do something with them now. So.
I would say the logic on my end would be the size of the property. Like there's really not much you could build on there. With a dot, hopefully they also have a thing that pops up to bring them to their own like created kind of cafe or spatial. I know Tid has some really great ideas. I'm not going to say them, of course, because those are his to talk about, but I would love to, go to one of Tid's stations and there's freaking fruit flies because my husband's growing oregano again. I would love to see that world he created. So that would be cool.
And Happy
Sorry.
MFR said in chat, people are lazy, they don't want to travel. Yeah. Yeah, and there's also, don't forget, I completely forgot to do the market news, so we'll do that after you before you go to the Drop It Like It's Hot boys. But there's 63,000 unique active wallets in a week, but how many of those are actually on Discord? It's tiny amounts, so who knows how that plays into it too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people from a lot of places finding their way into this now, and I'm a good example of somebody who had never even heard of Discord before I joined Upland. So there's plenty of those people out there, has to be said. I just saw Happy MFR put in there do I think the road trip competition is going to help the meta ventures? I think it will have a short-term benefit. I think we'll see a bunch of movements, but I can't imagine that that's going to be a sustained uptick. So it will be interesting to see how that pans out, and I'll update you all next week. I certainly haven't seen any movement in my meta ventures so far today as a result of it. I feel slightly dumb that I bought 30 structural ornaments yesterday afternoon prior to this announcement coming out, and I've now missed out on 30 points for whatever that's going to be. Although my suspicion is you'll just get a couple of store owners trading back and forth between each other for the entire day and shooting their way up that chart anyways.
I know Musita raised that point in the UCN channel, and they said they were going to look out for suspicious things like that. So,
so it's going to be a tricky one to monitor for them, I think, because I don't know that it's suspicious, not in the spirit of the game, but it's all done through the game, so it would be a hard one to argue against, I suspect. But we all know how the rules go in this place. Yes. Other than that, I don't really have any big news on the meta venture front this week, but I'm crossing my fingers very much so that something interesting is going to happen during next week with various bits and bobs that are changing. So
I think
fingers crossed there's something more exciting for you there.
I think there's something coming, yes. And don't forget to get your plug in if somebody wants to get a good deal on some of the things you got going on. What should they do?
Yeah, absolutely. Head over to Fremont Fanatics in Las Vegas, or pretty much any of my stores in Las Vegas. I've got cars, I've got outdoor decor, map assets, again, every time. So there's a little bit of everything going on over there. Go and have a look around. And I'm fairly friendly with my other neighborhood store owners as well. So come over to Vegas and support us all and take a little tour while you're at it.
No worries. Thank you very much. All right. We'll have a look at the quick market news and then we'll head to Joe and Rob. So
I was wondering. I was like, oh, Ben's changing it up a bit.
I was just to squeeze in the DACman and then I forgot. So we'll get into that.
All right.
So global crypto market is still on 1.19 trillion, which is very nice. And we've seen the Bitcoin dominance drop. That's kind of reflected in the cryptos. Bitcoin is down and everything else is up a little bit. So people are kind of hedging their bets on their shitty coins. Bitcoin down 3%. Everything else pretty good. Look at XRP after the SEC lost their court case against XRP. That's up 37.1%. Was 47 cents last week, up to 75. If you got onto that, congratulations. Pat yourself on the back. Well done. Nicely done. Solana's up 12.6%, over $25. And what else is looking healthy? Just kind of general greenage around the grounds other than that.
Greenage.
Greenage, yes. 90-day averages in Upland, still that slow, slippery slide downwards. Not much there in the transaction volume, 0.9%, 0.4% drops. Not much to look at there. But as I mentioned when we're talking to TB, unique active wallets this week, 61,500. I think we talked about this on the Wine and Cheese show, didn't we, Cheese? Like, as much as everyone fuds and says that Upland's this or that, and compare it to any other metaverse, I don't think there's anything that comes close to having 61,000 active wallets. So
I know, yeah.
Take that however you want to. Total unminted properties, we had just over 4,100 properties minted through the week. Expect to see that jump significantly next week with these minting challenges they've got going on. It'll be interesting to see. And what's happening in the actual markets? Not a lot, although Dallas has taken a hit in the UPX, was 14,769 last week, down to 13,000 this week. The Rutherford's getting slammed on the USD, down 30%, was $13 last week, now under 10. LA is still flirting with the $3 mark. $3.68, that's not me. I'm completely out of the USD market for the time being. I'm in just absolute raging savings mode. So, don't know. Seems pretty healthy. There's not wide swings there. London's pretty flat. I don't know. Nothing else jumping out at me.
Look at all that green in the crypto. Am I late to this game?
No, I just think it's like I said, I think people are just hedging their bets. They're pulling out of Bitcoin a little bit and just, taking their gambles for the shitty coins.
Yeah.
Yeah. And news like the XRP SEC court case, that has to have a wider impact as well. So obviously we talked about that in the Wine and Cheese show. If they had lost that case, that would have been very ominous for a lot of other projects out there. So
now look at Los Angeles though. It's nice to see a little uptick, even though it's the tiniest bit. Yep. And I kind of feel like that's the Upland Kingdoms thing, because that's where everything is really popular at the moment.
Yeah, it's still flirting dangerously with that $3 mark. And once these cities hit $3, it seems to be really hard for them to pull off that mark. Same for, Brooklyn's also $3.20. Although that pulled up from $3 last week, so I have to wait and see. All right, that's all we got. Now we'll head on over to, I don't know, is Robbo in? I know Joe's in. He's good to go.
Yeah, Rob's in. I see him.
Oh, yes. All right.
We have a lot of people today.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Very cool. All right. I'm going to get my screen up here.
Yeah. That's how Ben says it.
Up in here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So hello and welcome to the 3-6 Mafia edition of
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Great job, Cheese.
Hello, everybody. First one on the docket, we're going to talk about some Nova Pangea. And obviously, we talk about this one here and there at least. And at least for the remainder of this month, they're running a special on many things. Actually, it started on the 10th, so it's been out about a week or so. And this ends on the 31st. And they're selling pretty decent, what it looks like. I saw there was only like less than 100 skilled worker packs, and so that's a 5 skilled workers for $50 sale. I've been dabbling in this game a little bit, and I just acquired my Water Realm land card, which I have already rented out the land, and there's a building on it somehow. But I guess I still have to prep the land for a building, it says, and that takes about a week. So I'm still learning, but it's kind of been cool so far. And I guess it looks like you can buy a lot of these things on Atomic Hub, and then you can trade them in on the Nova Pangea marketplace. They have their own little marketplace, so you can trade them in and get that land card that I acquired. So yeah, this has been pretty neat. But I mean, this game does have 20K Twitter followers, so maybe I shouldn't be so surprised that they're doing like pretty good.
And yeah, I know the guy Mike Creati, he's really cool.
Yeah, they're
Him
good.
and his wife,
Yeah.
actually.
They're good people, those
Yeah.
two. Yep.
Yeah.
And I think Goldie plays this.
hmm
Like you've told me that before. I think I should reach out for some tips from him.
Goldie brought me to
But
this game, actually.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it looks like
Brady
it's just
Central.
starting though.
What was that kind of Brady?
Brady
Central?
Central as well. He was handing out a bunch of tickets or whatever for that game, and yeah, he's got a big hand in it. I think one of the characters or something is based off of something he made as well.
Oh, all
Yeah.
right.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's a
Yeah,
great community.
he gave me a couple. Brady did. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. But it looks pretty new in the game because there's a lot of like coming soon things, which I know as Upland players we don't like that phrase necessarily, but you know.
Well, it's been evolving. It's been evolving like really fast. So
Yeah.
And I'll
It's so
say
true.
I'll give this caveat when it's been a couple of months, but when I first talked to Goldsmith about it, he said if you want to get into it, you should spend a couple $100 if you really want to play, basically. So there's that too.
I believe it.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well,
I think all you need to do is get land and then rent it and then make the money. Like, and you go to their shows, they have shows where you can actually win a lot of great stuff. But yeah,
cool.
support
What-
for them is good. If you go on their
where's the-
Discord.
Oh, that's where the shows are that you're talking about?
Yeah, and they dropped the link. Also in MVE, they're, a content creator. So if you go to our content creator section, they post stuff all the time in MVE.
Oh, very cool. I'll check it out. Okay, so next we are moving on to the chair.
Wow.
So yeah, but what can I say? This person is relentless, and it's totally grown on me so much. I remember thinking when I first saw this project that the concept was just like too simple, and it just wasn't that good. But as each week progressed, and the chairmaster just kept constantly pumping out all these weird chairs, I developed a great appreciation for them. Yeah, so they are having, and the link's in the description, but there'll be a drop on Friday at 2100 UTC or 2 p.m. California time.
Yeah, I actually made quite a bit of wax on flipping one of these. Mine was a Amanita mascara chair. I mean, I don't really know if it was really safe to sit on personally, but back to you, Joe, before I say too much.
I want to see this. I want to see this chair now.
It's got to kind of look like this.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, because that's the type. Those are Amanita mascaras. Which are highly poisonous.
I was picturing the chair to look like the bike in Always Sunny for when Max would ride it. The thing would come up. You remember that little fist?
I do. Amanita mascara have like a crazy connection with Santa Claus too. If you look up that, it's a whole weird rabbit hole they go down into. But yeah, apparently you can't get robbed. He's already done secondhand furniture sale. Seats still warm from his cheeks. And speaking of cheeks, there's been a lot of these PFP sales in wax lately. I missed out on a couple of them, and obviously since I didn't share, I don't know if you guys were on them, but Schnazzy sold out all of hers. There's like 10,000 of these things. There's a couple packs left. And these guys did really great too. The Wax A Brave Club. And there's if you go on the market, I think they sold them initially for like 25 wax, and now the cheapest one I can find is like around 800 or 900 wax. And they actually pay out if you're an owner to all the secondary sales. So like each month, whatever sales go, if you own it. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of cool. And another PFP is this guy Limbus, and these are the succubi. They're pretty interesting. This is also did a sellout. And so there is another one coming out this week, actually tomorrow, with an amazing name. It's called Ducking Fuzz, and they're all ducks. And I noticed that a lot of like it's some of the guys who created other stuff. So it's like a team of wax builders that are doing this one, and it is coming out at 1500 UTC or 8 a.m. California time tomorrow. The public one is here, and there's 2,300 of those. I just bought 10 of digital ducks so I could get on this list to try to get some of these. And yeah, if anybody has any questions on how to get on any of these lists, I'd be happy to tell. And yeah, that's it for the PFP.
Sounds good. Next we got JRG, and this is that Brazilian rapper that we've talked about, and he is having a drop on Wednesday as well. Excuse me, I apologize. And that's at 20:30 UTC, and it's going to be a music drop, but we all love music, so it helps our souls, and so check it out. I can't tell you what it's going to be. But he has a music
well, cool. I couldn't pull up the link fast enough. I should have been more prepared. Sorry. Yeah. So this is a kind of interesting one. So this dude is Consumer Break. He's got this app that you play on your phone, and it's like iOS or Google, and it is in the App Store. And it's kind of cool. He breaks up images and different stuff, and you try to put them together as quick as you can. And you can win wax and NFTs and stuff like that. His release is on Thursday, 2300 UTC or 1 p.m. PST, and it's for this actual real world product called Not a Chair, and it's I think it's for people who are at the computer all day, or if you have back problems, etc. So he's made these badges where he's wearing them, and he's going to release these packs, and you can actually win one of these products, right? So it's like a real world thing. So I think that's cool and interesting and a little bit different. He does all the AMAs for NFtopia. And so this is also in the link. You can register to RSVP for NFtopia. It's free. It's cool. The AMAs are fun. Totally recommend it, and I think it's good to support somebody who does so much for the community. Yeah, so that's Consumer Break and NFtopia.
I played some of those puzzles before. They're pretty fun.
Yeah, I just downloaded it. I'll check that out.
Yeah,
cool.
And did you mention? Yeah, I guess it's right there on the screen. I was going to say the next one's coming up soon, at least July 28th. Just a reminder.
Nice.
And well, it's another Catterday drop. Yes, Cat Stickers drop at 11 a.m. Pacific time on Saturday, aka Catterday.
What an order!
I know.
Oh yeah.
What an order!
Yeah, there's
I want that Statue of
watermelon
Liberty.
one. There's a great watermelon one right now. See right here, but you have to have the other ones to get it. I tried to buy it right now, but I couldn't.
Wait, can you put that link in the comment section if you can?
Yes, I can. Let me copy it, but it'll be. Let me finish. I'll put it after. Okay.
Caesar's just asked in chat what blockchain they're on. These are all wax
yeah.
All wax.
Yep.
Yeah.
These are all. Yep. These are on wax.
I like the little butt X.
And then I wanted to show you guys this, and I put this in to our group chat here for Twitter. So this guy, the Karen Burger guy, is if he gets let's see, 50 likes on this tweet, he's gonna release these at NFtopia. And I think it will be freaking awesome. So it's Karen, we're looking related. And he's got a few different designs. I think it's super awesome. And so yeah.
Oh my god,
and then
that's so fucking funny.
we have some stuff to give away. I'm gonna try to do a spin. I've got Stranger Things Funko coin
I
here,
want it.
and I got some of the chairs. I got an air chair, an earth chair, and a water chair. Yeah,
I
so
gotta
we'll
be air because
see.
I'm Gemini if I win.
And I think I got everybody. I don't know if anybody popped in after. If maybe just if anybody wants to say that they're not on there or whatever. And I don't. I'm
Zoe's
happy
not
we
on
got
there.
York, Zoe, perfect.
And
Okay.
can you leave that wheel live for when we do our giveaway at the end too? Because you've already done all the hard work. I'll just bleed off you, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure, no problem, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah,
Smart,
yeah.
Ben. Smart.
Or we
No,
could just roll.
finally
We could
some
just roll it.
payback. Oh yeah, we could even do it. Yeah, or it depends. You just let me know. Okay, so I'm clicking for the chairs. Let's get our chair on.
Much.
Good luck.
I can actually win this one. I'm excited.
Whoa,
All right.
Maui,
Maui,
congrats.
wow.
Maui is on fire lately. Absolutely on fire.
And if you wouldn't mind putting your wax address in the MVE server, that would be super cool. Okay, and then here's for the Funko.
Morecheese.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Oh, Dr.
Hey.
Ted.
Doctor's in the
Hey.
house. All right, Ted. Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing. Let me know if you want me to pop back on and do the wheel whenever you're ready, Ben. Okay.
No worries, mate. Thank you very much.
All right.
Sounds good. And then one more thing to mention is Sunday we have our regular Tales of the Crypto mystery drop at 1 p.m. PST. So thanks everybody, and that's it for this edition of
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Nice.
Thank you, Cheese. Thank you, Ben.
Synced up
Thank you,
perfectly this week. Thank you, boys. All right,
Hot
we got a
boys.
hot boys. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I feel a bit weird saying that, but it's all good.
Don't.
All
He's
right.
like,
I'll
don't.
try not to. All right, we've got a few things to dive into. The first thing that's been mentioned a few times in chat as we've gone along this morning is what's happened with treasure hunting. Now, yeah, thankfully, or however you want to say it, I gave up on treasure hunting ages ago, so it doesn't really impact on me. But I know this does heavily impact on a lot of people. So through the week, we had Squirrel Muzzer dropped here. In an effort to prevent treasure hunting cheaters, we have made tweaks to treasure hunting's discovery. These changes will make treasure hunting a little more challenging, but ultimately should reduce the amount of cheating we see. We will continue to monitor these changes and make future tweaks as required to balance keeping the system fun and preventing any form of cheating. I probably don't think that this is any coincidence that this has all happened not long after Uplando kind of mentioned it, and then we kind of dove right into it. Some people have even referenced that episode that we did as part of it. Anybody in chat been severely affected by this? How has it all played out? It appears like some of the red arrows have disappeared, and Zoe's just shared an image that D-Tech put together. Yes, that's a good one. Treasure hunters? Anybody treasure hunting? Are you cursing the world? Is it better? Is it?
I'm looking at the thing.
It's a bummer. It's not great.
When I treasure hunted, yeah, it seems like the arrows are just a little bit more off, but I don't know because I kind of stink at treasure hunting, but it seems like it got a little harder. That's all I got, really.
And we've
But
got,
like I said, I kind of stink at it, so. I don't
yeah.
know.
And we got Junjun in chat, who's the absolute master of treasure hunting. And if he doesn't think it's a good change, well, that's probably tells you everything you need to know. Treasure hunting is lame, worse for sure. People are saying they used to find it in 2 cents, now it's 4 to 5. So yeah, clearly they had to do something. This has obviously gone too far. I'm sure they'll take all of this feedback on board and readjust. A case where cheaters ruin it for everyone. Yeah, that's as we touched on when we dove into it on the Wine and Cheese show. I really don't think that. I think that if the cheaters are able to put that system together, I would be very surprised if they don't have a way to just straight up find or to be told where the actual address is. So I don't know that it's going to address the underlying situation. It just seems like it's going to punish more of the community than anything. So I don't know. Cheese, you're somebody who does a fair few standards. Have is this impacted on you?
I haven't been able to because I've been a slave to Grom's Dev Shop in Los Angeles to sell all my goodies. Please, Grom, put something in the Bronx, hopefully Bronxdale, but if not in the Bronx, so I could make my kingdom there. I should try to do a quick one in the Bronx because I'm there right now, just in case I have to go to the city hall. And I'll try it out. But yeah, I hear some people really love it and some people absolutely hate it. Yeah, so I don't know.
Caesar's followed up in chat too and said hunters who have super webs like 1,000 properties or more, it doesn't affect them. Yeah. There's been a lot of chatter in the treasure hunting channel within the Upland server. It just seems to take away those kind of the not super close red arrows, which you're just jumping around everywhere. You burn up your sends and you're going to get jack of that fairly quickly, I'd imagine. So. Kachel said he disagrees with superwebs not being affected. It has slowed me down significantly. Oh, well, there you go. So, yes, as with most of these things, that they throw something at the wall, see what sticks. As I said, I'm sure they'll adjust and rebalance it. They tend to. Whenever you try to crack down on these things, it's pretty common to always go too heavy-handed and then have to pull things back. So.
Whenever you say that, Ben, I think of a wall covered in peanut butter and like X1 and Lizette are like throwing ham at it or what is that other meat product? Not
Devon
ham. Bologna. And whatever sticks.
Well, let's throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. That's the general phrase, but yeah.
I get these images,
Yes. So yeah, there's a lot going on there with treasure hunting. I have to wait and see. As I said, I gave up on it years ago, so it doesn't really affect me.
Whoa, what is this? I just got something. It's Alien Worlds Battle Dome, Battle of the Worlds tournament.
Yeah, does anybody play Battle Dome on here, by the way?
I haven't played Alien Worlds for maybe a year. But it was something for the hot boys to check out for next week. Battle Dome it like it's hot.
Jesus, dishing out homework. Love it.
Sorry.
Yes. So that's
No,
D-Tech, your hot mic too. I'll meet you. Sorry. All right, so that's treasure hunting. Yes, it's a bit all over the place, as I said. The other major thing that we wanted to touch on this week was the Summertime Festival. Now, I've said that it's a trap. Now, why have I said that?
You gotta spend money.
Yeah, whenever we see something like this, this is basically, what is it? It's a minting challenge, isn't it? You got to buy a whole bunch of stuff, road trip activities, jump around, go to terminals, minting races, most property mints. Whenever I see stuff like this, jump all over the place. I just see that they're trying to burn some UpX out of the community ahead of probably some big news coming. Makes perfect sense from a business standpoint. It's exactly what I do if I wanted to keep the lights on in the office.
Don't scare me, Ben.
Well, and this is something that Upland has been doing since they started, since the very first time that we all got kicked off. It goes way back to the Manhattan bubbles, if you're around for those. So a lot of people don't know what that was all about. Now, I did try and save some links. I don't know if I still got them up. Oh, yes, it did save.
That was a good remark from Joe. He goes, I already did my Upland road trip getting to Genesis Week.
There you go. So here I'm bringing up, this is in Upland announcements in the Discord channel. So this is back in the day when even Edan used to post pretty regularly in the server. So
wow.
This is from mid-2020. Tomorrow we'll be kicking off Operation Hello NYC. Here's a quick schedule. 9:45 a.m. PST. Minting progress bar and challenge boards will go live. Yada yada yada. So this goes back to the massive. I don't know. Do you remember Cheese back then? We were just getting bombarded with relentless minting challenges. Mint all this. Get a certain amount minted, and then we'll do this. So there was a progress bar that kicked off. So deleted user, that's one of the old CMs. It might have been Block Unchained, I think his name was. I think that's probably his post. So yeah, back in the day, 40% of properties in San Francisco have now been minted. That's a whole lot of properties, and that meant that the properties of the first bubble in New York City can now be opened. So that's what it was. They were pumping the community to mint more and more of San Francisco, so something else bigger was on the way. As I said, there's a long history of this, whether it's something coming to do with the FIFA Women's World Cup, whether it's something to do with, Tokyo or something like that. Whenever I see these kind of, whether it be a new car sale or some new minting challenge, especially if it's minting challenge, I always think, oh, hang on a minute, this smells like there's something bigger cooking around the corner. And it goes back to that whole FOMO dragon thing. You can get on the FOMO dragon, you can ride it into oblivion, or you can just wave at it as it goes by. I'm at the stage now where I just wave at it and say, oh, okay, let's see where that goes.
But there's nothing wrong if you have money to spare to do this, because you get some really great freaking prizes. And knowing that not many people can do this, if you can do it, it's a great opportunity to, throw your hat into it and try out.
Yeah, some of those prizes are really, really awesome. So yeah, it's not to shit on what they're doing or anything like that. It's not to say that it's bad. It's just, be aware that whenever they do big things like this, it signifies that there's something even bigger coming around the corner. So don't get yourself into a point where you're like, well, I just spent all my UPEX and now you got this. Well, they have a very, very long history of doing this is kind of my point. So if you can squirrel some UPEX away, you should probably think about doing so. Not that that's financial or game strategy advice, as I said, because, as I said, it's a trap. I believe so anyway.
Name some of the rewards you can get. Now let's do the positive.
All right, I'll bring that back up because, it's important to do that because it is good. And Cheese, you're exactly right. There's no reason why you can't get heavily involved in this. Mint it all up like a storm. Hell, we did it back in San Francisco. We were completely burnt out back in the day.
I remember that when we were like, let's mint out San Francisco.
Yeah, that was the early stages of the UDU when we used to target neighborhoods and just bomb the crap out of them. Yeah, absolutely. So we've got an LAX theme building landmark details, terminal sale. What's this? Yeah. Oh, that's the ones that's everyone. Laban, Maui, they've cleaned up in the terminal sales. So that was all done. Let's hit the road. I don't know. Where's the actual prizes? Where did that say? Top 3 players who complete this activity the fastest will win a terminal Summer Roadtrip fastest traveler badge. Wow, that's a mouthful. Okay, wow. A badge. Mint one.
Oh, I like this. Even if you're not top 3, completing the minting race activity will earn you 1 entry into the Lax theme building landmark challenge.
And the top 10 players who collect the most souvenirs will be eligible for rewards. I like the way they've done that, where you got to do all these little things. It's a travel thing. You collect your little souvenir. That's cool.
So all you have to do is Oh, you moved.
Oh, sorry.
All right. In this 24-hour summer road trip activity, players will race to be among the top 3 fastest to mint 1 property in 3 different cities and in 2 different countries. So is that 6? Like 3 in one city in one country and 3 in another? 3 different cities in one country and 3 different cities in another? Or am I messing that up?
Get your calculator out and do some math. Yeah. Hopefully there's no leaderboard associated with it that's going to be screwed up.
Or is that 3 where you just have to do 2 in one country and 1 in the other? Ben, help us out.
Clear as mud.
24-hour summer road trip. What's that?
Where are we? Where am I looking?
Oh, I don't know. You keep moving.
Here we go. In this 24-hour summer road trip, players will race to be among the top 3 fastest to mint 1 property in 3 cities and in 2 different countries.
So is that 3 or 6?
One property in 3 different cities. I don't know. There's no comma there. So if there was a comma there, I'd say it'd be 6.
So it's 3, but one of them has to be in another country.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
would take it as that. Yeah. As per usual, clear as mud. Yes. So yeah, I like it. It's good. Even though I had a whinge, yeah, it's not summer in Australia. It's freaking winter. So that's just dumb for us. But yeah, it is a good challenge. But yeah, I just think it just smells. It just smacks like there's way more coming. Like we still haven't heard anything about FIFA. Surely they've got to do something. They kind of just palmed it all off to Shaq and Layer 2. Surely not.
And Musita.
And Mesita, yeah. Don't know. Anybody else have any insights? Biased opinions? Yeah, it's because it's crypto's right. It lets the old money win and lets the new players have a better chance. Yeah, it's kind of a pay to win situation, but all of those minting challenges have always been that, even back in the San Francisco days. Like to get access to those early Manhattan bubbles, you had to finish in the top however many of the most San Francisco properties minted. So that was always pay to win that one. And then, of course, the people that got into those bubbles early got to clean up the best spots in Manhattan. So, no, we've been playing that game for a very long time. No more biased opinions? All right. Yeah, as I said, whether it be something to do with Tokyo, something to do with FIFA, or it could be something completely out of the blue, who knows? Have to wait and see. I just get suspicious when I read stuff like that. All right. The next point of discussion I had there was all hail Morecheese, but did we cover that extensively, Cheese? Is there anything more you wanted to talk about as far as Upland Kingdoms is going, or what's kicking off with Uplandia? Anything more happening there?
Uplandia is going to come out with some stuff soon. That's going to be exciting. I've been working with Uplando the last couple of days really extensively on a lot of aspects of the Bronxdale thing. I'm sure other people have as well. And I'm just excited for that. Upland Kingdoms, it's just a bloody mess with all the wars going on. There's a lot of alliances, a lot of semi-alliances, a lot of it's almost like Big Brother. If only we can like just kind of record the stuff. It's pretty hilarious, all the stuff going on. I'm personally very happy with the way it's gone down.
Has there been much butthurt? I haven't seen any chatter, but I've been out of the loop this last week or so.
When is there ever not any butthurt, Ben? There's always butthurt, but I mean, I'll just focus on the positive. Butthurt, Podix is butthurt. Yeah, it's interesting. I've made money on it. Like, you don't have to fight. Do you want to fight? If you have the money, you can fight. But if you don't, you can like make money off of the people fighting,
All right, we'll have to wait and see. Right, I think we're going to get wrapped up super early this week, which is good because I've got 1,000 things to do. We'll go straight on to this week's QIPS. QIPS, if you didn't know, stands for Questions, Insights, Provocations, and Statements, and you can sling one through via the link to the Google form that's in the description. You can submit them anonymously. A few people have done that recently, and there were some really good ones too. So I don't know why you're shy to forget, or maybe it's a forget thing and you didn't do it. But if we do use yours and you can prove it somehow, I will go back and fix you up with the prize. But this week's quip was submitted by 6week6, who's in the chat. He asked, as players and or bots get sent to Alcatraz, the assets will always be lost. Correct? Question. There's a few questions here. If you get sent to Alcatraz, will your assets be lost? No. They're kind of placed in temporary limbo until you decide whether you're going to do the right thing to get yourself out of Alcatraz, or famously, dozens upon dozens of people just get sent to Alcatraz through no fault of their own, through, guilty by association, and they get no explanation of why they're thrown in Alcatraz, and then 2 or 3 days later they're out again with no explanation either. So actually being placed in Alcatraz, that doesn't really do anything except limit what you can do when you're in Alcatraz. Second part of the question was making the assets more valuable with the less that are available. So what you're thinking there is, if you're in Alcatraz, if somebody doesn't pay to get themselves out of Alcatraz, that their properties are going to be frozen, making the other ones that are in the city more valuable. It's kind of catch-22, that one, because I know when I do the market news, get that all ready in the morning, I have to individually check the cities, because most cities, there's 2 or 3 properties there that are on. If you actually click on go to property, it says not available, or those people are in Alcatraz. It severely screws up the floors on many of the cities. And because there's a low priced property at a city floor, that kind of tends to screw that market up, because people just tend to look at whatever the lowest price is, and then they undercut that. But if your baseline is a property that nobody can actually buy because it's not available, it's locked, it kind of screws that whole thing up. So in the kind of current situation, no, I don't think it adds value. I think it actually works in the opposite direction and tends to help push down the prices in cities. Just depends what they're listed for. And then another question is also properties lost due to this forever dead pieces of the game. The only reason, or the only mechanic that I'm aware of for properties to actually be truly lost is if the people press the delete my account button. Remember we talked to Scooby, there was a whole bunch of things happening in Mosswood, I believe. There's somebody hacked somebody's account, they stole a whole bunch of properties, and then they deleted their account, and all those properties got janked. And there was some really weird stuff going on with the blockchain data associated with those. The properties were there, but they were not truly there. It was a weird one. So as far as I'm aware, to actually, for a property to actually be lost from the game, yeah, it has to be that, as Podex has said, that stupid button, delete your account. I mean, I guarantee there's people that have had their little FUD moment and probably had a few too many drinks one night and had a bit of a rage quit and pressed that button and gone on to regret it. Yeah, wow. Properties become sunk if made into a meta venture, since you can't even sell land. Yep, that's true too. Senessa said that too. If you've got a property as a meta venture, yeah, you can't sell it. I wonder how that goes with if you don't pay your venture dues and it just kind of sits there as this property has been closed. Must be part of it too. Podex, I am drunk all the time, so remove the button. Wow. Wow. All right.
Yeah, you should have to email support to do something like that. That button should not be there.
I think that all came about as Upland calling people's bluff. There was people saying, hey, I want to delete my account, but you don't even let me delete my account. And then they said, okay, well, here you go. Here's a big red button. Go for it. So there's a few fudsters back in the day that were all on that angle. So careful what you wish for. What do you always say, Cheese? No good deed goes unpunished, something like that. And the last point that 6 week 6 has mentioned there is, will the properties be unavailable in Uplandia 2? That's a very interesting point. These properties that get nerfed in the layer 1, how's that going to impact on layer 2? Oh, no idea. No idea. It's a very good point. What do you think, Cheese? Any thoughts on that?
What do you mean nerfed?
So if, say for example, that I have a node that's in Uplandia, and I have a massive thing associated with that. I've got all these properties, all these people have properties in the node, and then I rage quit one night, delete my account, all my properties are janked off, and large swathe of what's been associated with the layer 2 project. How does that impact, if at all?
Actually, probably better, because people could get in a lot cheaper, a lot more inexpensive. If you go and fuck off, people could get in there easier because the value is going to drop, and then they can get more of the stuff. Like right now, Uplando's going to the people who are, have been around for a while and are hard workers, people that are not going to just drop the ball and go home. But I think it's a win-win situation if that does happen.
Yeah, I think we're already seeing this with even just like the layer one node projects. We've seen swathes and swathes of, you know, node projects come out with all of these plans, and then the node managers or whoever it is, it just all dissolves and fizzles out into nothing. So that kind of already has an impact. Now, Cernes has mentioned in chat, if you click the delete account button, is there another step? Or if you click delete account by mistake, you'll pass the point of no return? That's a good question. You can try that one out. I don't know. You would hope there's a, do you really, really, really want to?
Yeah. Are you drunk? Maybe sleep another night, do this in the morning.
I'll tell you what, I've come very close a few times to demolishing a structure, because when I've been playing around with that manage button, that demolish button looms large there too. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Podex said should be a please wait a week and see if you change your mind option. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, but yeah, see, let us know, Cernes. Press that button and see how you go. Or don't. Not advice, of course. So yes, I think we answered a few of those questions there, 6 weeks, but you also raised some good points there that, you know, that are yet to play out as well. So cheers for that. You got yourself a Halloween sign, care of Summer Aquatics and decor and map assets. If you've got something to say and you'd like to get a freebie yourself, as I said, the link to the Google form is in the description. UDU team news. Most of the Samurai Surfer statues have been delivered to all of the Midtown Terrace United resident legends. If you haven't got yours yet, I DM'd everybody that I could. There's a few people that still have yet to pick those up that are on reserve in the showrooms. If I've reserved that for you in SF, but you're actually in the Bronx or LA or somewhere, just let me know, because we do have 4 showrooms now. We can move things around a bit. And apart from that, I've been utterly smashed with in real life commitments and haven't done much of anything this last week. So apologies for that, but that's likely to continue for another 2 weeks at least. So I've kind of started a whole bunch of stuff with the NBA and dropped the ball on that, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff. So bear with me. It's just one of those fuckery periods.
I'm bearing, Ben. I'm bearing.
Yes, bear with me. Now, Joe, you did have the list up. However, we've had several dozen people drop out of the chat, so we're not going to reward those people. Oh, hang on.
Why? Why not?
Oh no, there is a two pages there. Sorry, I thought they would drop back to 1 page.
I mean, people can't like literally take 2 hours completely. I think we should just have everybody that was in there.
That's why we have the wine and cheese, because I'm just a ruthless old man. I'm a cranky old man.
Cranky
yes, Joe, can you bring that up again, and we'll roll that and we'll see who's gonna get it. That's possible.
Possibly.
Now, if you have jumped in and you're not in this list, you better speak now quickly. Anybody? No.
Hold on.
I know you mentioned Junjun Benoy, right?
Yeah, Junjun was in.
Oh yeah, Junjun.
You can delete Ben and Cheese out of there. And sorry, D-Tech, you're gonna get goinked as well.
Yeah, take us out. Oh, Laban said Maui.
Maui's not in.
Should be. Oh, no, because I took them out
because she won. So
that
then
means
make sure Dr. Tid as well.
Yeah. Tid doesn't want to be in here. Okay. Anybody else we're missing? I thought
you and Rob put yourselves into. Oh, Rob's in. Are you in, Joe?
I don't think I am. Here I am, big winner, chicken dinner.
Thanks for doing this.
All right,
Joe.
Blue Rain. We're getting some more calls in chat.
Oh, Blue. It's a rug. I thought it was a carpet.
Hang on,
that
Blue
was bad. Sorry.
Something to us. All right. We'll just run with it. It's all good. It's not the Million UpX giveaway at the end of the year. So.
All right. What are we giving away?
We don't know yet. This is to find out who's going to get the giveaway. So let it roll.
Okay. Here we go.
Roll that beautiful footage.
And that was 6 weeks 6. So I'll follow up with you to get that Halloween sign.
Oh,
Awesome. Poor Fitzky.
Nice. Awesome. All right, Rob, if you can jump out of there, and I'll do Sherry on the giveaway wheel.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. And let's see if it's going to work this week. It is amazing. All right, let's see what Awesome's going to win. Awesome, write that down. Wow, that is a huge one.
Oh, wow.
Samurai Surfer #1.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Recommended
Yeah.
retail on that is 200,000. So that's a big one. I'm actually going to have to. We've given away so many of those recently. I don't know how many we've got left. I might have to take that out until we do a stock take. So congratulations.
I might have an extra.
Well, thanks.
song.
Look at Frida.
No worries.
Look at Frida. Look.
It's pumped up. All right, so I'll be in touch to get that into your hands as well. All right, I believe that's all I've got for this week. Anything else you want to touch on, Cheese, or anybody else before we get ourselves out of here early?
No, not really.
Anything planned for the week ahead? Save, people. Don't get your fingers too deep into the FOMO dragon. That would be my.
Oh, I have something.
Oh,
yay.
absolutely, Shaki, take it away.
Make sure to come and join the ladies meta soccer server, because we're having a huge giveaway. Blockland Rarities is donating 12 of their international flag map assets. And we'll take a snapshot of who's in the server and spin the wheel, or actually we're going to do emoji races.
Ooh.
But there will be 12 winners of the map asset flags from Blockland Rarities. So if you're not in our server yet, please come on over and join.
Jack, can you send me like a little message with that, and I'll put it in our announcements in MVE.
Yeah, I just
Yes, I
found
will.
one.
Thank you,
I
Chief.
just found one here in the community project. So yeah, ladies server contest. I got to get on there and jump in there myself. And I also believe it doesn't Quailwood. They've got a big giveaway going on at the moment too. Oh yeah, there it is. Look at that. Join our 2nd anniversary scavenger hunt. Over 5.4 million UpX worth of prizes. Quailwood, more than 40 winners. So lots going on. As we always say, there's always heaps of stuff in the community being given away. So
yeah, if you're new and you need UpX, like go to these communities, go to that channel, join the Discords. That's how I started. You know, you get free prizes, you get these UpX, you could buy more property.
absolutely. What Caesar's dropping lyrics in the chat? What's going on? Awesome. I have to follow up on that one. All right, that's all I've got for this week. Oh, sorry, Caesar, is that you?
No, that was D-Tech. I just want to say nice to see everybody.
Hey.
That's it.
Hi, D-Tech.
Mr. Tech. And did I? Yes, I did share some news. We got some news coming up. That's one thing I haven't covered, Cheese. We did have through the week, suddenly, without any notice, I noticed that our Samurai Aquatics, the monument statue has been approved. So
yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
We forgot about that.
Yeah, that's a fair way back in the manufacturing queue in the factory. But remember, that was if you had purchased the 10 matching decor set, you were going to get this one for free. Thankfully, that has finally come through. Very strange on that one. Like we were always told for the longest time, what your item is manufactured out of heavily impacts on the spark hours. Now, the Halloween sign that 6 Weeks has got, that's made of wood. That's a tiny little wood sign. The spark hours on that is 20. The monument that we are manufacturing, that is a massive stone monument. Spark hours on that is 20. So that's previous advice that we were giving out, that we were told and we're then passing on the community. That advice seems to be just completely, totally defunct. How they calculate spark hours now, who knows?
Ben,
Yes.
Upland, X1. If you're listening to this, the monument is made out of foam. Do
It's
not
made out of
change the
foam.
spark hours. Do not change the spark hours.
It's made out of marshmallows, yes.
Yeah.
So there's only 200 of those. I'm manufacturing all 200 in one hit. Bear with us on that. It will take us some time, of course, to go through and see who qualified for that. I believe, Cheese, there would still be room available for that. So if you wanted to get on that, you can check out the factory. I don't know the address off the top of my head, but it's at the very bottom of San Francisco. It's the bottom left side if you want to check it out. So yeah, to get hold of that, you had to have purchased the full 10-piece outdoor decor set from one of our showrooms. So yeah, we do have 4 showrooms now: Bronx, LA, Chicago, and San Francisco, of course. The Bronx, Chicago is fully loaded. The San Francisco, of course, and the LA showrooms are fully loaded. I'm in the process of currently moving stuff over to get Chicago set up as well. But my God,
And there's only 200, right?
only 200. Yeah.
Well, actually 197 because me, D-Tech, and you are going to get one. So it's the
Yes.
first 197 people who did this. You
Yep.
can't get more than one. And we have everything. I have everything dated in my books from
Yep.
day one. So don't worry. This will be very fair and very, very time consuming.
Yeah, and there may be an end date on that too. We might not leave that open. You know, we might cut that off at 100, or who knows. We'll see how it plays out. And that also applies for the buy 5 Christmas spirals and get the free Halloween sign. That is still currently in play. As our mint numbers drop down on that, you know, we want to reserve some of those for future giveaways and that as well. So yeah, something to keep your eye on if that was something that interests you. Or again, especially if you're one of the people that did go in early and pick up the full 10-piece set and you've been thinking, what the hell, where's me bloody freebie? Thankfully, we are in the process of getting that to you.
Thank
So,
God. And freaking no
Yeah.
more freebies.
Yes. Otherwise, it would have been some more please explains on our end. Yes. And there is some, and that, like I said, that just showed up randomly. I happened to be in the factory and looking at some different things. I was like, hang on a minute, now we can make this. What? So there was no email, no notice or anything like that too. So
Yeah, exactly. It was just a lovely surprise. Come on, Upland, be better on your emails, especially for MetaVenture owners.
yes, please.
Please. I can't wait for the Valentine's thing I created to come through. For me and D-Tech created.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh
There's
my
a whole, like I
God.
said, there's a whole bunch of items that we've submitted for approval that are still in limbo from way back when. So all sorts of stuff. All right. That's all I've got. We ended up going pretty much on time anyway. So yeah, if you have an Upland NFT or Metaverse product, service, or event to promote, don't forget that opportunities are always available for short spotlights and direct engagement in this, the UD podcast, or long form deep dives into what you got going on the Morecheese and the Metaverse show. Send Cheese or me a DM to discuss and secure your spots. We're pretty much open to just about anything. On that note, thank you very much, Cheezels, once
Not
again for a great
anything.
week. Just about. Just about. Just about. You got to put that caveat on. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Cheese. Get us out of here.
Stay fresh, you cheesy bags. Are you looking for some of that quality outdoor decor? But you got no freaking idea where to go? Oh, come on over to Samurai Aquatics and Decor for all your outdoor decor needs. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the metaverse, do you? Yeah, just delete that. I'm still not ready, sorry. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the metaverse, do you?
Or maybe some kind of crappy ramshackle building that, I don't know, needs a bit of extra spunk to it or something. And stop mucking about and get yourself over to Samurai Aquatics Discord to see all our available stock. We've got loads of different decor to spend your pretend money on. We got saunas to fire you up, and ice baths to chew you the fudge out. Literally, stock coming out of our ears. Grills, swings, seating, and more. So much more. And if we don't got it, give us a buzz, and we could probably make it. Get yourself on over to Samurai Aquatics at 30 Aqua Vista Way in Midtown Terrace, San Francisco, lickety split, and gorge yourself on outdoor decor.